Hello there. My movie recapped here. Today, I am going to explain a Japanese science fiction film called Terra Formars. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. Far in the future, overpopulation is about to destroy the planet Earth. To create a backup plan in case our ecosystem fails, humans decide to change the atmosphere of Mars and make it suitable for human existence. The process is called terraforming. They start by growing a simple form of life, like moss on its surface. The moss will help to increase the temperature of the planet and make it similar to the Earth's temperature. To spread moss over its surface, genetically engineered cockroaches are sent. It is now the year 2597. Somewhere in Tokyo, two criminals named Komachi and Nanao are being chased by the police. They run frantically through the crowd but are caught. As the police surround them, a futuristic vehicle levitates in the sky and lands nearby. Inside the vehicle is Dr. Honda and his assistant. They are there to fetch the two criminals and use them for their own benefit. The doctor offers them to be part of the Mars colonization mission. Komachi and Nanao will have to go to its surface and eradicate all the cockroach colonies. Since they are no longer needed, Dr. Honda promises to pardon their crimes if they agree to participate. The duo accept the offer. Cut to 2 years later, Nanao and Komachi are now trained and are flying to Mars with other criminals like them. In a spaceship called Bugs 2, Nanao is always skeptical of their confidence, because the team is made up of thugs and criminals. As she is talking to Komachi about the matter, the ship's captain Keisuke Dojima informed them that the ship is about to land on Mars's surface. He orders everyone to prepare for landing. After they finally touch down on the planet, they see that Mars is no longer red like it used to be. Rather, it looks more like Earth, spread with green moss. Lieutenant Mina launches the device that secrete chemical into the air to kill the cockroaches. The captain then ordered them to spread around in a group of 12 to see if eradication process is working. They plan to meet in 3 hours and choose their team members. A team member named Asuka is paired up with Yakuza, but she strangely insists on being with the group's computer specialist Ichiro. The captain accepts the request, not wanting a conflict to arise. The team's drones them locate another ships in 10 years ago, called the Bugs 1, nearby. Dojima contact the doctor and tell him they are ready for the first contact. The doctor starts to jump excitedly, anticipating the result of the mission. The groups then step on the surface and start searching for that cockroaches. The two members named Jin and Maria are confused to see no cockroaches in the moss. As they continue looking, suddenly, the two come across three strange creatures standing right in front of them. They quickly hide behind a rock in fear. They have not been told about such a large creature, who look like human-sized anthropomorphic cockroaches, and have clubs as weapons. Meanwhile, Komachi and Nanao, who are also looking for dead cockroaches, come across the same creature. Komachi is fascinated and tries waving at it. But within seconds, the creature attacks Nanao and snaps her neck. It then runs away in a flash, leaving Nanao's limp body on the ground. Nanao dies in Komachi's arms and he watches her in distress. Just then, Jin's team arrive and tells Komachi about their encounter. The creatures have also killed Asuka. They rush back to the ship and tell the captain about the creature, only to find out that the captain knew about them from the very beginning. He was ordered not to tell the team members about the creatures by the doctor. The captain explained that the cockroaches were sent 500 years ago, evolved at a rapid speed because of the abundance of radiation. The doctor appears as a hologram in front of the team and assured that they have nothing to worry about. The doctor had been preparing for this very moment for a long time. He has prepared distinguished injection for every members that will grant them a superpowers of several insects. The drug will enhance their DNA by combining it with that of the insects. Using those unique powers, they can battle the evolved cockroaches. However, the members do not want to fight the cockroaches. Rather, they want to abort the mission and fly back to the Earth immediately. But soon the ship is surrounded by the creatures. One brave team member named Godly volunteers to divert the cockroaches while the others restart the craft. He heads outside and injects himself with the chemical that the doctor had provided. As soon as he does that, a rapid mutation starts inside his body, turning him into a hybrid between human and ground beetles. Now Lee is able to shoot out flames from his body, as beetles do. With his new powers, Lee battles the cockroaches who seem to be as powerful as him. He uses his unique power and shoots fire from his hand. The force from the flames pushes the creatures back and burns them. But when it subsides, it is seen that only the excess skeleton of the creature is burned. The creature then runs towards him, and kills him in a flash. Meanwhile, another cockroach lashes itself to the spaceship and breaks its windows. It enters the craft and immediately kills 2 of the members. The captain quickly injects himself with the drug, and start to evolve. His DNA is next to the DNA of a bullet ants, who have the ability to carry things that are 100 times their weight. The captain then easily smashes the cockroaches on the floor and kills it. The team celebrate. But their happiness cuts short, when they notice a crowd of cockroaches heading toward the ship on the radar. Knowing that they cannot battle them all, everyone decides to take off and go back to Earth. However, when the lieutenant tries to start the ship, the engine malfunctions and the system shuts down. It seems as if someone has deliberately sabotaged the ship, to stop it from taking off. The captain quickly thinks of a plan. He wants the team to go to the Bugs 1 and bring all the necessary parts they will need to fix Bugs 2 while he fights the cockroaches. Everyone agrees, but Ichiro asks to stay behind with the captain and help him. Before making his way to the other ship, Komachi goes to see Nanao's corpse for the first time. He notices weird strings coming out of her mouth, but doesn't think much of it. Now the team gets inside the Mars rover, which will have to travel through a horde of cockroaches. A member named Tasuka offers to help them avoid the creatures and injects himself with the drug. He then evolves into a bug, who can shoot a projectile of gases in a form of flame at a very high speed. He uses his power to propel the rover forward, through the crown of cockroaches. Meanwhile, the captain fights the cockroaches inside the ship with all of his might. But more and more of them keep entering. He quickly makes his way into the control room and vacuums out all the oxygen inside the ship, so all the cockroaches inside would die due to suffocation. His plan works and soon the cockroaches start to fall unconscious. But the lack of oxygen harms the captain as well, making both him and Ichiro fall to the ground. At the same time, the team inside the rover sees something massive approaching them. When they get a clear look, they're surprised to see a massive wave of millions of cockroaches coming their way. Tasuka still doesn't back down and uses all his power to propel the ship forward. They strike the creatures and soon land safely on the other side of the cockroach wave. The group then happily moves forward. But not long after, another wave approaches them. This one is even larger, containing millions of creatures. Tasuka cannot handle them together, so 2 of the team members named Maria and Osaku transform themselves into their hybrid version as well. The 3 try their best to fight off all the creatures. But the rover flips and aggressively lands on the ground. The 3 are thrown to the ground, while the ones inside the rover are knocked out. The rover turns out to be on autopilot mode, and take the members to the destination ship. Tasuka, Maria and Osaku try fighting the creatures, but are eventually killed. When the group inside the rover gains their consciousness back, they are already at Bugs 1. They make their way inside while 2 members guard the entrance. Mina tries to run a diagnostic of the ship. And they soon realize that the ship is transmitting data to someone on Earth. Just then, the group hears a gunshot and rushes outside. Both of the guards have been killed. The cockroaches found the weapons in the Bugs 1 and are using them to fight. Komachi injects himself with the drug, and mutates itself into a massive hornet. With his newfound power, he can punch holes through the cockroach's body and kill them in one go. Jin does the same, and turns into a desert locust, that can jump up to 100 meters high. While Mina transforms into a praying mantis that can slash the cockroaches into pieces. The team battles the creatures and kills them in no time. The scene changes to the doctor calling someone. The phone is picked up by one of the cockroaches on Mars. Unlike the other cockroaches, it can speak Japanese and communicate with the doctor. He warned the insect not to get close to Komachi once he transforms, because his insect is extremely dangerous. After ending the call, Cockroach goes inside the bug's too and recirculates its oxygen. Then, the creature's body tears down the middle, and out emergency a transformed Asuka from inside. The team thought she was dead. But it turns out that she was on the doctor's side the whole time. Her unique power after being injected is that she has the ability to control the cockroaches' minds, just like an emerald cockroach. So, she manipulated the insects to go against each other and survive. She then killed the captain and pours water into Ichiro's body. Ichiro too has been on the plan since the beginning. His body has transformed into sleeping chironomid, a creature who can survive in extreme conditions, and only needs water to reactivate. The doctor has assigned them on a mission to bring a cockroach egg back on Earth, so the Japanese government can breed them and use them to strengthen their military. This was their prime mission, and the cockroach eliminating mission was just a decoy. Ichiro and Asuka then take off the ship with the egg in it. However, the egg starts to hatch midway, and gives birth to 2 evolved cockroaches. Asuka tries to use her power to control them, but it doesn't work. The creatures are far more evolved than the others, making them the most powerful ones of them all. They kill Asuka and call their own kind for help. The cockroaches on the surface hear their call, and flop their wings to fly to the ship. When a swarm of cockroaches latches onto the ship, it starts to malfunction and crash beside Bugs 1. The evolved cockroaches come out of the ship and order the others to attack Komachi and the group. Komachi injects himself with the other dose of the drug, speeding his evolution. They do not have difficulty fighting with normal cockroaches. But the evolved one is hard to defeat. One of them kills Mina after reaping her hand off. Jin injects himself with the 2nd dose of the drug, while Komachi is on his 3rd dose. With their heightened powers, they kill more cockroaches rapidly. However, the creatures are nowhere near backing down. Jin injects himself yet again and develops a pair of wings. Now the cockroaches fly in the sky and battle him. They attack the 2 in waves, and do not die down because of their numbers. Eventually, Jin realizes that to defeat them, they should defeat the evolved leaders. He injects himself multiple times with a drug, speeding his transformation and making it an irreversible with every dose. After that, he kicked one of the leaders and knocked his head off with immense power. But now he has used all his powers and cannot fight anymore. Komachi tries to defend Jin from the other leader, but is defeated easily. Before the leader can kill them, a magical glowing creature comes fly toward them. It spreads glowing dust all around. The flying creature is Nanao, who has evolved into her final form. Komachi flies towards Nanao. But before he can get there, one of the cockroaches fires at him. However, the dust Nanao has spread turns out to be tiny explosives that cause a chain of explosions, taking all the cockroaches with them. Jin flies away before the explosion can get him, and saves Komachi just in time. However, Nanao dies in the explosion. Sometime later, Komachi wakes up and sees Jin has completely turns into an insect. Jin asks Komachi to go to Earth without him, as this is his new life now. Komachi then makes his way to the ship. Before he can reach inside, he sees that the leader is still alive. He punches the weak cockroach, but spares his life out of kindness. Inside the ship, he finds Ichiro still alive. Ichiro saves Komachi's life by shooting the cockroach behind him. The 2 then finally launch the escape pod and fly away to Earth, as the cockroaches watch them. Back on Earth, the doctor notices that Ichiro has hacked into their system, and is broadcasting the whole encounter worldwide. The doctor's assistants start to panic now that the Japanese government's secrets being revealed to the world. However, the doctor seems calm and says that he will sell all the bugs' data to other governments of the world that are willing to buy them. The assistant point her gun at the doctor, as she turns out to be a spy for the Japanese government. But the doctor is already ready for the attack, dodging the bullet with a protective barrier. He then kills the assistant with the poison that was inserted in the lab in the case of an emergency. Back in the spaceship, Ichiro vows to expose everyone involved on the mission. When asked what he wants to do when he gets back to Earth, Komachi replies that he will make tunes in the memory of everyone who died, and then come back to Mars again. Thank you for watching. For more video like this, please subscribe to our channel.